In all of my previous videos I was talking about, basically chasing your dreams, doing stuff that you always wanted to do and stuff. And yeah, just going forward and pushing. Jesus Christ. And also I was fighting mosquitoes. But in today's video I wanted to tell you, while walking through, oh Jesus Christ, all of this, because I want to avoid those mosquitoes. I don't want to fight them for the 5th video in a row. I wanted to tell you about the real danger of burning out, because I did experience that. And while it might sound like something like, even if you're burned out and you don't have motivation and stuff, you can still force yourself to doing hard things and stuff. Yes, obviously you can, and I kind of did that as well. But that's why I'm recording this video, because it will be just a little story. But as you probably know, I am recording those videos only because I want to gain experience in terms of being in front of the camera, and I feel like talking about things that I have been through and giving some kind of advice can be both beneficial and for me and for you. So I'm getting my experience, you're getting maybe some kind of value out of those videos. At least that's I'm basically recording about stuff that I would like to know about when I was like 15 or stuff like that, 3 years ago, So Jesus Christ, actually beautiful right here. I hope I am kind of showing you what I want, but okay, anyways. So I am running, at least trying to run yet another business. And what I was doing, like we have, if you watched my videos, you probably know that I'm from Poland, and in Poland at least we have this kind of winter break where it is right after Christmas, where we have 2 weeks of free time where we don't have to go to school and stuff. And yeah, I also had this thing this year, obviously, and I wanted to use it somehow productive, And so the business that I'm trying to run is AI agency. Not because this is kind of, it is kind of a trend right now, but also I'm just interested in AI, and I kind of link my future to AI stuff. Anyways, we kind of noticed in our team that it's really hard to sell those high ticket offer that we had. So I figured out that if that's so hard to sell this high ticket offer, then we should probably try selling something cheaper. And so I had this idea of developing a software all by myself, because I'm the only developer right now that can do that in a team within those 2 weeks of my free time. Because after that, like if you're creating a software, if you're creating any kind of advanced project, but it's kind of like the software or stuff, you should know that it's really hard to just sit down for an hour a day, because there's a lot of complexity and stuff, and you can't really, it's sometimes better to not sit down and work on it at all than to give it only 1 hour a day, So that's why I knew I had to get this done by the end of those 2 weeks. So my plan was to basically outwork myself, outwork my capabilities, work more than I was capable of. And so I actually was sitting down in front of my computer for 14 hours a day. And at first it was cool, and it was kind of nice to to have it in the back of my mind that I had worked for 14 hours straight. It was kind of, you know, rewarding, something like that. But as the time went by, well, the things started to change basically. What I mean by that is, by the end of those 2 weeks, I was so freaking stressed. I was so, like, 3 days before my end term, my deadline, I was so unmotivated. I didn't want to wake up. Actually, I didn't want to wake up and get out of my bed. And so, obviously, as I said, you can force yourself, and it's not like I laid in my bed. Actually, I did get out of my bed and I did the work that needed to be done, but that's not the point of working, you know. So, Jesus Christ, how to find a way out of this? Okay. Yeah, recording those videos is fun. Now, as I said, the thing that I did, my approach is not the way that you should go about anything in life, I believe. So you should take breaks, and here's why. Obviously, all of that work and stuff, it led to me burning out. That's saying, like, right now. I did burn out, that's pretty obvious. That's why I'm recording this video. And what happened, as I told you, I especially told you that it was in winter, because even until last week, now we have spring. It's like, let me count, it's like 4 months after I finished the software, and sometimes I still cannot. I have to still force myself to work. I will have, every single week I will have maybe one day, and if I have this one day on a week, I'm pretty lucky, where I just really genuinely want to sit down and work, you know. I even had to force myself to come here and record those videos. So that's the, you know, that's the effect, because I feel like a lot of people only say that they experienced burnout and stuff, when in reality it was just being tired, you know. But the real burnout, it lasts for a long time. As I said, I am here right now today, and I am recording this thing only because I forced myself to do this. So that's not the way that you wanted to do. And probably if you would be like educated in, I mean, it's not a fact what I will tell you, and I don't know that for sure, but I'm just guessing that if you would be like a master of human psychology and stuff, you could notice that I am basically still, that I don't want to be here in deep in my soul. I don't want to be here. I would rather, Jesus Christ, it's so hard to move here, but I love that. I love forests. You would notice that deep in my soul, I don't want to be here, and I would rather stay home and basically do nothing. So yeah, as I said, it's over 4 months from the day when I released this software, and even though I still feel the consequences of working too hard and burning out. Right now, I mean, I'm recording this video because slowly in the recent weeks, I noticed that I had more days where I actually wanted to sit and do the work that needed to be done. And so that's why I'm recording it, because I feel like I'm slowly recovering from this burnout. But you know, even like, I want you to think about it. Even if AI is my passion, basically, like, it's kind of basically weird, because I'm in the forest and I'm a nature guy and stuff, yet I still am passionate about AI. Like, I feel like these are two opposite things, but anyways, even though it is my passion and stuff, I still to this day have a lot of days where I don't feel like doing things, you know. And it's not like I don't feel like because I'm tired and stuff. I just don't feel like getting out of bed to work from the start of the day. So it's not like, you know, temporary, but and something that most of us deal with. It's like actual burnout. And so the danger of this burnout. Well, if you can't read through between my lines, if you can't do that, basically what that means, if I would for those 4 months I would be as motivated as I was before taking on this challenge of developing a software within 2 weeks and working 14 hours a day in front of the computer. If I didn't do that, I would probably finish this software anyways. And if I had this motivation that I had before, I could be sitting on cash basically, because I could, for those 4 months, if I would send like, you know, in total 200 DMs per day, that could be even 30k, maybe even more. Cold DMs, so you know, I would have at least some clients. I think I could go further than I am right now in terms of my business, and I could start this channel at least a few weeks ago. Yet I am still here, and I'm recording this because I had the mental capability to go out and do that today, and I was able to force myself to do that. But if I would be to rely solely on my passion, I wouldn't be here today. You know what I mean? Like, the first 2 videos on this channel, they were recorded, and on that day I felt like actually motivated to do that. But today I didn't. I wanted to stay home, but I still forced myself and recorded. That's probably the 4th video that I'm recording right now, so you can see the effect of that. So this video is getting kind of long, longer than I wanted it to be. So I like, just to end things, I think like you can see why this burnout is actually really dangerous, and why you should avoid that. And by avoiding it, I mean, if you really sometimes you can push yourself. I mean, if you wanted to dedicate like 4 hours to work, but then something happened and you had to stay longer basically and do something and sacrifice some sleep, and it happened only once or twice in a week, that probably won't hurt you a lot unless it's a regular thing. But you know, if that's something that you are doing every single day, it's not healthy for you. And it might seem like it is productive because you're pushing yourself and you're so tough and you're so productive and stuff, but if you look at it from the long-term perspective, you are losing a lot. As I said, if I would be so motivated as I was before taking on this challenge, well, I will be a lot further in terms of my business. So yeah, that's all what I wanted to say. Again, if this video helps you, just let me know in the comments, because it's cool to know. And yeah, see you guys in another one.